Welcome, my friends, to It's Vinylly Mine. So glad you could join us today. You've been wanting to do this one for a while now, and it is Xanadu. Yes, now if you caught this podcast at all, the spoiler room, we did do an episode on Xanadu, the movie, and so I figured I'd finally cover the vinyl soundtrack. So let's just drop the needle and look at this soundtrack from Miss Olivia Newton-John. Okay, so here we are with music from the original motion picture soundtrack, Xanadu, do, 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 Xanadu. Yes, put out by MCA Records Incorporated as well as Universal City Studios. This is MCA 6100. Nice even number there for you. Now, this album went a double platinum in the US and Canada. Go figure. It became more of a success than the movie itself, which kind of bombed at the theaters. The song Magic went to #1 in the US pop charts, and in the UK, the soundtrack peaked at #2 with the single Xanadu. Sorry, just can't help myself. Going to #1 for 2 weeks in July of 1980. Fifth most popular soundtrack in the US in 1981. So here we have a Xanadu, and yeah, that same color scheme that we saw on the Xanadu poster. I love this font for Xanadu. It is, I mean, it's very retro, but at the same time, I just love it. And of course, featuring Electric Light Orchestra and Olivia Newton-John on here. Not too complicated, but what's really cool is if you could take a look, it's actually embossed. So the words and the letters, this pattern here and the words for Xanadu are actually raised on here. So I thought that was a nice touch, you know. I really enjoyed that. And so we flip it over. Here's the spine. This version that I have here is not in too much bad shape. I can't really read the spine there, but there we are on the back. Olivia Newton-John holding ELO up there. I love that logo. And here we are with more embossing. Unfortunately, some residue from the label of, yes, this was a Goodwill buy back when I first found it a number of years ago, actually. So here we are, track listings for side 1 and track listings for side 2. Yeah, I mean, it's a popular soundtrack. Again, the movie, not so much. So it is a gatefold. So let's look at what we got inside. And here we go, folks. Images, those wonderful disco images of the roller rink scene in here, them roller skating against the skyline, disco, more Olivia Newton-John, all kinds of Olivia Newton-John on this cover, as well as Gene Kelly. Yeah, I mean, these pictures really sum up the movie quite a bit. And then over here, we have the credits for the film and MCA 6100, the logo, the record number down below. So yeah, it's a little worse for wear, but still very cool that they made it a gatefold. Now inside, what we have here is the sleeve, which also has the lyrics, which is pretty cool for the songs. Here we are, John Farah on one side, with, of course, the credits here of who helped produce it, which, of course, was this gentleman. But I just loved how they have all of the lyrics on the sleeve of the record. So that's pretty cool. Here's some more lyrics. So you can sing along with Olivia Newton-John and ELL. As far as, see, unfortunately, yeah, this one's a little worse for wear. And then we look at the record itself. It's also got some style to its label. Here we have the Xanadu label with Olivia Newton-John name on it for the ONJ side. So that's where all the Olivia Newton-John songs live. And on the other side are all the Electric Light Orchestra tracks. So it's very interesting that they have divided the tracks per artist for this. And yeah, that's very interesting indeed. And I like the different colors as well that they have on here. And it's an interesting album release. I can see not only because of the songs that are on it, but also just the style that they released this album in. I can see why it was so popular. So we're going to take a short break. When we come back, I'll let you know what my favorite tracks are from Olivia Newton-John and from EOL from this soundtrack. Hey everyone, you want to help us decide what we review here on It's Vinylly Mine? Then head on over to www.patreon.com/specialmarkproductions. It's our Patreon page where we have 3 great tiers for you to join. If you join our top tier, you get early access to all the videos we post on YouTube. Plus, you get to participate in a poll to decide on what we review on It's Vinylly Mine, and you get a poll to decide what the VIP episode will be for the month exclusively for our patrons. We got a lot of great content there, so head on over there and we hope to see you soon. And we're back, everyone. And yeah, okay, I tipped my hand early. I know, I've been singing it during this show. And okay, my favorite is on here, Xanadu. Olivia Newton-John, ELO, that sound together, just so much fun. But I will say, I do enjoy I'm Alive as well. That is definitely a very signature ELO. And yeah, I mean, I enjoy all the songs on this soundtrack. You know, it takes you back to that time. And if you're familiar at all with either of these artists' music, then you know why they're actually a very perfect match to go together. It's nothing hard at all, but if you want some nice kind of chill out, take you back to the 1980 musical, oh, well, this soundtrack is definitely going to do that for you, I think. And it sounds great on vinyl. This pressing that I have here is just wonderful. And it was in really great condition considering I found it at Goodwill. So that's a surprise, even though the sleeve is a little bit separating because of the glue. The vinyl itself, no skips or anything, still sounds very crisp, very clear, and very 80s. So, so there you have it, folks. Hope you liked this episode for Xanadu. Please subscribe, thumbs up, and all that. Keep track. We got a lot more great things coming. October is horror month. Going to be doing some reviews of horror albums that I have, horror music albums. And one of them is going to be a Patreon pick. Yes, that's right. So head on over to our Patreon if you want to help us decide what records we review here on It's Vinylly Mine. I thank each and every one of you for listening to me ramble about some vinyl. Thank you, as always. And remember, until next time, it's not yours, it's Vinylly Mine. And I'll catch you on the flip side.